Hi everyone, it's that time. It's time to actually hear it play. It's complete, it's assembled, it's ready to go. I'm not, so we'll save the disappointment for the end. Yeah, everybody is so talented and they do such a great job, and they're so original and creative, and they come up with the coolest stuff, and they're so good at making it. And they have guitars that are like perfect and beautiful, and I'm sure they know flaws that they don't reveal. I mean, in a lot of cases they do. Guys like me typically do, I think. But I'm happy. It came out okay. It plays. I think it has a few jazz mastery issues. One issue that's not. I think I need to take the nut out and shave a little off the bottom, make it a little lower at the first fret. Not much, maybe a 64th. The bridge, these are supposed to rock with the tremolo, and mine doesn't. My bridge is pretty much all the way down, and I really would like to be able to go a little lower, but I can't. It feels better today. It feels like it's settling in a little bit. The neck is kind of thick front to back. That's my fault. This may get a neck rework at some point. It is very comfortable play. It's very symmetrical. It's very smooth. It really came out well, except for the hack I put in the headstock. But I'm happy with the fix. The fix looks great, I think. I have not yet bought a thing of where I can make headstock decals and put something clever on there with a dark one on the light wood and a light one on the dark wood, so that would be kind of cool. But I wouldn't build another Jazz Master again. The thing with nickel and diming me to death. Everything's a pain. The top shelf stuff is super expensive. There's just not the variety of parts you have for any other guitar. It came out okay at the end. It was, the pickguard was functional, and it seems to work better. I mean, I had it grounded and everything, but maybe just being grounded to the strings all the way through from the bridge cured what was wrong with it. It was clearly seemed to be a ground issue in this tone pot in the rhythm circuit, but that's the thing for another day. It works for now, and it's staying put for now. So the same with the neck. The neck, I wouldn't call it a fatal flaw, but it's because of what something I did. It's thin, but it's all on this side. I had to add the extra stock that had to come off. It all had to come off this side. The net result is that, I don't know if you can tell there, the headstock end of the truss rod is about 3/32 off center. It's dead center on the heel end back here, but I have adjusted the truss rod. It does not seem to bother it being a little off on that end, but so it didn't. There's no noticeable twist or anything from it being off center. You know, it tunes up. The other thing I did, and at the moment I'm patting myself on the back for it, is I made the scale, intentionally made the scale an eighth long. I made it 25 5/8, and it's all of that. And man, the intonation just dropped right in. That was just beautiful. I was super pleased with that. The other problem I have though with this bridge is that I can, a couple of twists here on the saddles, and they're floating free, and the string is using the back of the bridge plate as the saddle. It shouldn't do that, obviously, and I don't know why I can't get low enough. The pocket depth is right on, the neck is straight. Maybe it could be a cheap bridge. I'm waiting before I take it out and start trying to put notches in it. I don't need to do that on every string, and I don't know why I do on that end, which is already the low end anyway. But it doesn't have any real buzz. There's no buzz anywhere. So I can't complain about any of that stuff. That worked out great. Yeah, my surf trim. But, but I am going to encourage you heartily not to vote for me. I know that may seem a little the opposite, but I'm not. I'm not the winner. I'm not going to be the winner this time. Maybe some year if I live long enough, and I make enough beautiful guitars to compete with the top guys. But it's not going to be this guitar, and it's not going to be this year. So place your vote with somebody who is looking for votes and has made something really, really cool. What I did that was really, really cool is I learned how to make this. I learned how to make a neck. I learned how to use a router and cut a groove right where I want it to be. This was my first guitar where I had a nice, actually my second, but I did where I had a nice real router to do the pockets and all that stuff. And that was a godsend on this thing. With super deep pockets. All these pockets are like 1 3/16. They're not supposed to be, but I made them all to the deepest, and I was happy that I did that. But yeah, everything, it was cool, and I learned, I bought a couple of planes, and I started learning how to use them. I'm not as good as, boy, some of you guys. And the same with chisels. I've really upped my chisel game and my plane game. I can functionally sharpen them and use them. I'm not comfortable with them to the point that other people are, where if they look at something, they say, I'll get my chisel because I have complete control of that. I'm not at that stage, but I will be. That stuff is cool, and I like that aspect of it a lot, being able to use the hand tools to get what you want. I was a tool maker and machinist for 30 years, and which leads into, which means I like precision and stuff, but the main thing is you want everything to be flat and squared. Flat and square is the name of the game. I don't have that ability right now to do that real well. I need some kind of thicknesser and flattener. I couldn't take this neck blank that was 900 thousandths thick or 950 thick and say, okay, I've got a plane here, I'm gonna knock 200 thousandths off it and it'll still be flat when I'm done. That ain't happening probably with me. So I didn't do that. I tried that with another neck blank I had, and I've got a nice wedge. I think there's still a neck in there someplace, but it's not. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. But I've made templates, and I've I got a bandsaw and for free, and I got which is very cool, and I got a little drill press, and I got sanding drums to put in the drill press, so I can have a rotary sander. And all these things that I picked up from all you guys out there, it's helped me along. I work outdoors. I don't have a flat workbench type surface, and I need to rectify that if I'm going to keep doing stuff. And I really need to be able to get wood to whatever thickness I want into a square block. That's kind of key right now. I was watching people put in inlays, and I'm wondering how I'm going to get stuff flat enough to glue and not be all over the place. But it worked out. Again, it is thin on this side, but I can easily pull it off. But it's playable, and it's good. I don't know that, and it actually seems like it's settling in over the last couple of days since I've strung it. It has a decent sound. The pickups switch the way they're supposed to, I guess. I got to master what this little 3-position switch up here does. But the rhythm circuit seems to work. There's no buzzes or anything. It's quiet. So I'm real happy about that. I got some, I think these pickups I got from Guitar Fetish. They sound decent. When you buy the wiring kit for this, and it just comes with wires and all the pots and switches, the CTS roller pots here, little mini pots that bounce sideways with the roller knobs, they have a 140 diameter hole in the middle. The shaft is 140 thousandths diameter, but the roller knobs, which are like 20 bucks, have a 1/4 inch hole. But nowhere do they specify all 3 dimensions of the knob. They only say it's 1/4 by 1/2. So it's 1/4 inch thick by, an inch. So it's an inch in diameter and 1/4 inch thick, and the hole in the middle is whatever. And they don't specify usually. When it came down to it, it was cheaper to buy alpha pots with 1/4 inch shafts and not find the right knobs, because I was looking at another $45 or something for those. But the little bracket, the little metal bracket there is $15. The roller knobs are another $20. The trim, there's only a couple of different ones available, and it's the super expensive one, or I think it was $50 or something. And it's the same with most of the hardware. I wound up spending quite a bit more on this than I think I would have for a Strat or a Tele, or even probably a Les Paul. Considering the original reason for me building guitars in the first place was to use up all the parts I already have, and with this build I bought all brand new parts, so the pile of pickups and parts is all still sitting there waiting to be put in guitars, which is probably what's going to happen next. But anyway, it's been fun. I learned a lot. I had a lot of great time. I saw a lot of great guys building a lot of great guitars. Videoing was a whole nother tribulation, as it were. I had to film on my iPhone, which is fine. It generally works pretty well for that. But iMovie will not speed up your clips more than 2 times. And I don't know if you can keep redoubling that. I didn't try. So I went to a free software called Shotcut, where you can speed it, where you can speed it up 25 times. And my old computer, I couldn't get the mic to turn on that particular software to do a voiceover, which I wound up trying to do in DaVinci Resolve, which worked a month ago, but now it wouldn't upload any of the videos it wouldn't save any of them and send them to YouTube. So that was like a day and a half wasted trying to get to do that. So I went back to Shotcut, figured out how to speed it up, figured out how to sew the clips together. It's really easy in that software, and it's free. And I export that clip, render it into an MP4, and export that clip. Then I have to go from the PC up to YouTube, and then the YouTube is the platform in which I can go back to iOS on my phone. And of course, iMovie, you just click plus, voiceover, record, and you're doing a voiceover. It's that simple. But it won't speed it up enough to, so you have enough to condense it. So I had to transfer back and forth a bunch of times and use multiple applications in order to get done, but I figured out how to do it. That's why there's 3 videos in 2 days and two videos yesterday. That is about it. Moving forward, like I say, I need to be able to get some tools that will help me flatten wood in a fairly quick, a positive, effective way. I need a workbench type area where I can lay stuff out and pound on it and have it hold up instead of a rickety little TV tray or the little Black & Decker Workmate is an amazing little tool. Considering I got it for $15 at a rummage sale. And they have another one in the garage. They're always worthwhile, and they work great for a lot of things. But I need something bigger and flatter, and I just don't have that right now outside. I have a garage, and there's a couple of benches in the garage, but I also have older teenagers who have drums and guitars and amps, and that's just the way it is. They kind of need that space for that, and that's fine. And I like working outside. It's sunny here all the time. I can see very well outside. If it gets hot, you just do it in the morning and the evening and stay away from the afternoons. But another thing is I had the frets all. I have a little press with the thing and the little claws to press them in, and that worked great. And I looked up and realized I forgot to turn the camera on, so we missed that part. This is the best fret job I've ever done. It's nice. It's level. There's no buzzes. It's round and shiny. The ends are smooth as silk. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with little fret dots. And I forgot, like a couple of guys at the that I saw little side dots. I managed to get those in at the last minute. Fortunately, that stuff's easy. And then I strung it and had forgotten to oil the fretboard. So it's all just a litany of jumping the gun and getting ahead of myself and making bad decisions. But enough of that. I will definitely see you next time, and I'll try and get some glamour shots posted and my final video submitted here. I cannot play you any nice tunes or anything like that, and I don't want to get in the few pieces of music I know or could play are probably copyrighted. I don't want to get in any kind of trouble. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyway, this is the neck pickup. Roll the tone off. And then it does stuff in the middle. I'm not an expert on the use of the middle. But right now it doesn't seem to work at all. So this is the bridge. So yeah, that sounds kind of nice and spanky. Let's roll off the tone on that. Kind of dull and muddy that way. I like it the other way. Sound like an idiot. Anyhow, I'm a pretty terrible player, but that's guitar. I hope you like it. Don't vote for it. Vote for somebody real. But I'll see you around next time. Thanks a lot. It's been a real blast. I've had a great time.